Morning, boys and girls. It's Friday, the 9th of August 2019. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom Talk. Today we're at the Chapel Hill Marina in Lincolnshire. And just as a special request for the lovely Roy Brownlow, who I have to say, when we open the phone lines, which is rare, we don't usually open the phone lines, but now and again we do. And when Roy rings in, I have to say his calls are excellent. Absolutely excellent. Anyway, he's moaning this morning. Roy Brownlow's moaning this morning, one of our regular viewers to the show, who says, "Oh, I wonder what shirt he'll be wearing today. The one with the dodgy collar." So there you go. I'll put the collar up just for you, Roy. You cheeky git. All the oh, hang on a minute. That's whistling, isn't it? All the effort that I go to look sort of reasonable for you. You know, unlike that cow on Kay Burley on Sky News, dear. What does she look like, love? What does she look like, dear? No, look at all the effort I go to, and you do nothing but tear my fashion sense apart. It's outrageous, it is. This is a proper Lee Cooper t-shirt, short sleeve shirt I've got on today, dear. You know, I put this, as soon as I saw that about the collar, I thought I'd do something for you. So there you go, Roy. Good morning to you. Talking about people who dress very well on the telly, actually. Deborah Meaden. I'm a bit of a fan of Deborah Meaden. I think there's a new series of Dragon's Den starts on Sunday night, possibly on BBC Two Colour. I can't remember what is going to be on there. But there's this thing going around on Twitter, like a little advertisement for the show. And it stars the it's only Deborah Meaden that's in this. And she is fierce. That lady is fierce. There's actually no talking in the advert. I think the advert says something like, if you've got a... something to try and sell, this is who you need, Deborah Meaden. And she's like, sit there. And this video is 5 minutes long, and she just sits there and looks at the camera like this, listening. So many people don't listen. Have you noticed that? A lot of people don't listen, and they're like this. She's like this. Maybe I should do a show like that. I think there'd be more viewers. What do you reckon? Would that work for you? If I did a show like an hour, just looking at the camera and going, I wonder what would happen. You'd still sit there and watch it, wouldn't you? I remember the ITV strike, 1980, or maybe 77, 76, 79, something like that. The ITV strike, and while that was, there was no programmes on ITV, and it went on for weeks. I think it was about 6 weeks this strike went on for. And they just had a caption on the telly that ITV apologises, we can't bring you our programmes, something about a strike and that. That caption made the ratings. People would sit there and look at this caption. Oh, people are very, very strange, boys and girls. Very, very strange and mysterious. Well, anyway, how's the weather for you at the moment, eh? We got storms here, dear. Oh, my God. I got back last night from the karaoke up at Cleethorpes, which another nice night up there. Lovely. A completely different crowd last night. We didn't have the people that were there the week before or the week before. So and that's what happens to karaoke nights. You have different crowds come. Like there'll be that crowd that week, that crowd the other week, that crowd that... And then eventually, they all come at the same time and then it goes mad. Yeah, so that's what's going on at the moment. So that's coming on really nicely in Cleethorpes. And as I say, the journey from here to Cleethorpes is wonderful. You know, just drive there, drive back. There's no traffic. It's wonderful. Now and again, you get stuck behind a tractor, you know, dragging a load of horse poo. Oh, it was smelling last night around here. There was, just down the field, down the road, there's a great big pile of horse poo waiting to be spread out onto the field. It's actually not an unpleasant smell. It's like a sweet, sickly smell. But no, eventually you get fed up with it. Oh, by the way, if we get cut off, for some reason we have been getting cut off over the last couple of weeks, then just wait about 20 seconds and refresh your Facebook page or your YouTube page, and we should pop back in another window somewhere, okay? Just in case we get cut off this morning. I did get onto 3 yesterday, and she said, I have unlimited data, right? Okay. She says, you've also got Go Binge on here. That might be causing the problem. I'll take off Go Binge, try it tomorrow and see what happens. So here we are tomorrow. Oh, God, please keep your fingers crossed. If you are religious in any form whatsoever, whether you are a Jewish, a Catholic, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Muslim, doesn't matter. Please say prayers, whoever is your God, in the fact that we don't get cut off this morning, dear. Please, if you don't mind. Yeah, so I got back from the karaoke last night, and literally as I came in the door, and it wasn't raining on the way here, it would have been about 1:30, 1:45 in the morning, because I stopped off. There's a 24-hour Tesco's in Cleethorpes. And on the way home, I usually stop off for a little sandwich and a bag of crisps and a bottle of drink. Oh, here's a tip for you. Okay, here's a tip for you. If you're buying your sandwiches or your lunch in a large supermarket, do not go... get your sandwiches from that cabinet, where they have all the lunchtime specials. So there'll be sandwiches in there and little bottles of drink. One of those items will be a little bottle of orange juice, probably Tropicana or Tesco's own brand or something like that. Do not buy that, okay? That little bottle of Tropicana is going to cost you about £1.60, unless there's a special offer on, right? Get your sandwich from there and then walk round the corner to the cabinet that's got all the milk and all the juices and all that in there, and you will get a great big bottle for £1.10 or something like that. I learnt that last week. I did the same as you. I had my sandwich, my bag of crisps, and a little bottle of drink thing. And I'm walking round, and I thought I'd get some milk. And I went in the milk cabinet. Hang on a minute, these great big bottles of orange are just £1, 60p less than the tiny bottles of Tropicana. So there's a little tip for you there. All right. Supermarket, get your sandwich, get your crisps, and then walk round to the cabinet that contains all the milks and all the fruit juices and all that. You'll get a great big brand, probably of own brand, I think it was Tesco's own brand orange juice, for just £1. Brilliant. You sit there swigging it on the way home in the car. Anyway, so I drove home, and I got back here. Literally, I put my key in the door, came in. I thought I'll have a cup of tea before I go to bed. So it's now about 1:45, 10 to 2, something like that. And it was like someone had thrown a load of stones onto the roof. Stones. And it absolutely poured down with rain. Poured down with rain. So I watched a little bit of telly on a little bit of Poldark on the television. I haven't watched this week's episode yet. I do like Poldark. They're on the last series now. There's going to be no more Poldark. That's disappointing. I like that programme. I do like a period drama, don't you? Like Upstairs, Downstairs and all that sort of stuff. I had my tea and I went to bed. Oh, it was lovely. Brushed my teeth and went to bed, and it was lovely. Oh, the rain was pouring down onto the roof, and it really sends you to sleep. In a caravan, it's very noisy. Very noisy rain. I love it. I love it. And I've drifted off to sleep, and got up once for a little wee, went back to sleep, and I got up this morning around about, I think it was about 8:30. I get up a little bit later on a Friday because, of course, I've had the late night working before that. So the storms, yes, the storms are here. In the metro this morning, it says stay-at-home warning. It's going to be pretty bad in some parts of the country. In fact, it's the whole of the country that's affected by this. Usually you get a bit affected, don't you? You may have a North East or Ireland or Wales. The whole country's been affected by this. Wet weather in the metro this morning. It says there's some fairly heavy rain and thunderstorms from Bristol up through Wales and into Northern Ireland, a spokesman for the Met Office has said. This will transfer eastward, so it's going right across the country over the next few hours. So that's now. Let's see what time that... So this was 6:26 this morning, this report came out. Over the next few hours, so it's come across now, causing poor driving conditions in places. Warnings for rain and wind came into force across nearly all of the UK as Friday, as unseasonal weather causes widespread disruption. So it's all kicking off, dear, weather-wise. Watch out for the bad weather.